Hey guys, today's video is going to be my September favorites. It's going to be all of my skincare favorites, my makeup favorites, as well as a lot of hair care favorites. So please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want me to continue to keep doing monthly favorites videos. So let's get started with skincare, just because things have changed up a little bit. During the daytime and just as makeup prep, I have really been loving the L'Occitane Light Shea Moisturizing Comforting Cream. This is really nice and just keeps my skin hydrated all throughout the entire day. I find that having dry skin really prevents me from being able to wear makeup without moisturizing, just because otherwise makeup settles into the dry patches and overall my skin just looks really tight and dehydrated. So I love this for a makeup prep step. And then at night, I have really been liking the Comforting Cream in Ultra Rich. This one is super hydrating and thick in the best way possible. It keeps my skin hydrated all throughout the night so that even when I wake up in the morning, my skin still feels really hydrated and supple. And also from the Shea line, I have really been loving the L'Occitane Shea Cleansing Oil. This is super easy to use. I just do 2 pumps and then rub it in between my palms, rub it all over my face, and all my makeup comes off. I've just really been liking this line because, like I said, I have dry skin, and you can get the Shea Butter line from Sephora. I know how important it is to use sunscreen. I've talked about it on my channel. Like, I do definitely think that it is one of the most important steps you can have in a skincare routine for preventative aging and all that stuff. But I had been using physical sunscreens for so long that I just got really tired and burned out on them, especially just because I have more of a medium skin tone, and I felt like even though they claim not to leave a white cast, a lot of them do leave a white cast. So I had kind of quit wearing sunscreen for a little bit, which I know is bad, but I found this one that I really like. I got it online. It's called Make Prem. I'm not exactly sure how to say that brand because it is Korean, but this is the moisturizing serum. No, moisturizing sunblock UV Defense Me Capsule Sun Gel. It's SPF 50, and I really like this because it's completely clear. So this is what it looks like on the back of my hand, and it dries down to a totally clear finish. There is no white cast at all. It layers really well underneath makeup and on its own, because that was one of the biggest things was the physical sunscreens. Even though they didn't look that much of a white cast, I felt like when I would sweat, the sweat would look white and just all this weird stuff. So I was not wearing sunscreen for a hot minute, and I started wearing sunscreen again because I was feeling guilty about not wearing sunscreen. So I've really been liking this one, and it smells good. It smells like refreshing, but like a little bit of a sunscreen. So I don't know, I love the smell of sunscreen, so I've really been liking this one. Another skincare product that I've really been loving is just plain witch hazel. I've talked about how I use Biblio Rochique, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's the P50 1970, which is really intense. And I also use a retinol. I sometimes use the Pixie Glow Tonic. Like, sometimes my skin gets really sensitive to acids, where I feel like typically my skin is not sensitive at all. I feel like I have like a truck driver's skin. My skin does not really get that irritated so easily, but there are just some nights where my skin does kind of sting a little bit. So to just kind of give it a break from all the acids and the toners and the peels and all the stuff that I try out on a constant basis, I've really just been liking switching it up with a little bit of witch hazel. It's gentle, it's mild, and I like to have that extra step of toning in my routine, just because I like how it gets off all the excess makeup that you sometimes skip, that you sometimes miss when you cleanse. So I've really been liking just plain witch hazel. It doesn't smell the best. Like, I don't like the lingering scent of it, but I use it at night so that in the morning when I cleanse, it's not on me at all the next day. So this month I have really loved Dior Air Flash. I haven't used this before, but I did a Nordstrom and Birdie event at the Nordstrom on Michigan Ave in Chicago, and the makeup artist used this on me, and I loved the way my skin looked so much that I had to go and get it. So I have just been loving this because it really gives you a full coverage, flawless airbrush look, but it doesn't look cakey and it doesn't look artificial, and it almost feels like you don't have anything on your skin. It's so ultra pigmented and just, it reflects back light and it doesn't look gross on the skin. I just love how full coverage this is without looking artificial. Now, I haven't used this like sprayed directly onto the skin because I just feel like that would be a really big mess. And when the makeup artist used this on me, he sprayed it directly onto a brush and then applied it to my skin. So what I've been doing is spraying this onto my beauty blender and then dabbing it on my skin that way, and I still think you get the airbrushed effect. I'm sure if you like actually sprayed it to your skin, it'd probably look a little bit more airbrushed. But on a tool, it looks just as good. I love the really slight sheen and pearlescence that this has to it. It dries pretty matte, but you can put a setting spray on top of it and make it dewy. I love it. I'm obsessed. So far this month, my favorite thing from Fenty has actually been the Truffle Matchstick, and I've been using this as a cream bronzer. That's why it's so messy around the applicator, because I take a brush and I just kind of wipe it all along the top, and then I use it as a cream bronzer. It's what I'm wearing as a cream bronzer today. I love it. It's not the ideal shade for me to contour with, which is what I initially purchased it for, but I found that it looks so beautiful as a bronzer. I'm really into cream bronzers. They just give you a really real look on the skin. They don't look artificial or too powdery and chalky. So I have been using Truffle as my cream bronzer. And actually my favorite thing to pair this with, blush wise, because I like to pair certain blushes and bronzers together, and my favorite blush to pair that with has been the Charlotte Tilbury, the Climax Cheek to Chic, or Chic to Cheek. Cheek to Chic, Swish and Cheek to Chic, Swish and Pop Blusher. I can't say that. I really love this bronze around the perimeter. It's my favorite. I do like the coral in the middle, but sometimes I find myself only concentrating my brush around the perimeter just because this is a really pretty rosy bronze, and it gives you a really nice rosy flush while still being bronze. I actually did have another Fenty favorite. This is the Killawatt Highlighting Duo in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I don't ever really find myself using Mean Money on my face, but Hustler Baby is such a gorgeous, like, peachy gold highlight, and it's the highlight that I'm wearing on my cheekbones, on my brow bone, and like a little bit in the center of my face today. I just think it looks really pretty when my skin is a little bit more tanned. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm gonna like it when I'm like at my palest this winter, but so far I've really been liking that as my highlight this month. And I have been loving the Glossier Balm.com Birthday Balm. I've only had this for like less than a month, and I've already used so much of it up because I'm constantly wearing this, and whenever I post a photo or a video like on Instagram stories or Snapchat and I'm wearing this on my lips, which has been like 9 times out of 10, you guys always ask what this is. It looks so pretty on your lips. It has like this ever so slight sheen to it, and it's just like an adult, like big girl sparkle, so it looks really flattering on any lip, and if you use a little bit of lip liner to kind of define your lips, it looks like they're glossy and plump. I love this. Glossier made this in collaboration with Milk Bar, and so it smells and tastes like milk birthday cake, so that's really awesome. I've just been loving this. It's always in my bag. I make all my friends try it on too. I love it that much. The other lip product that I have really been loving and I'm wearing right now is the MAC Nikki's Nude Viva. Is this Viva Glam? No. This is one of the prettiest pinks that I have ever tried. I am not a pink lip lover. In fact, I really don't like the way I look in most pinks. So when I get a compliment wearing a pink lipstick, I'm more like, you think this looks good? But I really love this pink. It's like soft, and it's really like feminine and dusty. It doesn't look too white, or it doesn't look too ashy or too warm. It's just like the perfect pink right now, and I love it. It's just like a really soft feminine rosy pink. These are my new eyeshadow favorite formulation. These are the Laura Mercier Eye Caviar Sticks. I used both of these pretty much entirely to create my look. So I'm wearing the shade Smoke, which is like that dark shade down there and up on the, well, down on the lower lash line, and then Burnished Bronze, which is also on the lid and pulled through the crease just a little bit. I do have some powders in there mixed just to create different types of definition, but these you don't have to prime and you don't have to set with powder, and they last all day, all night, however long you're wearing them. They don't crease. They're amazing. They blend. You have a couple seconds of playtime before they set and stay locked and loaded, but they're so amazing. They have a metallic finish and then a matte finish as well. I really love the metallic finish ones. So my favorite mascara combo this month has been the Lancome Monster Big Mascara and then the Lancome Stills Booster XL Primer. So this stuff, I mean, you don't technically have to use it with this one, but I've just really been liking the two of these together. This lash primer really boosts volume and length. I like to apply a little bit from the root and then pull it up, but I like to concentrate most of the product on the very tips of my lashes and on the very bottom of the lower lashes, because it just gives you that really like wide and open doll-like effect to your lashes. This will really just make your mascara look like it's on steroids. It's amazing. And then the Monster Big Mascara, I like the wet formulation of this, and I also really like the brush. It's gorgeous and it's big, and the bristles themselves are far away from the applicator, so you don't get that much clumping, but the clumping that you do get looks really flattering and wispy. So I've just really been liking this, and I do think that it makes your lashes look super, super voluminized and just fluttery and flirty, which is the type of mascara that I really like. Just so you guys know, these are not plastic bristled. These are both the bristles. They're not like the plastic spikes. They're the like bristly ones. I have a lot of hair favorites this month because unintentionally my hair was darker than it was supposed to be. It was not supposed to be brown. I was trying to lighten it. I had some like hair issues, a lot of hair issues last month and this month, so I've been trying a lot of new stuff. I have a lot of things to talk about. I'm gonna do kind of like a gigantic review of all the shampoos and conditioners that I've used in the past like 5 or 6 months because I've switched it up a ton. So I've saved all the bottles so that I can review them all for you guys. But I have a lot of stuff that I've really been liking this month just because I'm bleaching my hair again. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is the Oribe Intense Conditioner for Moisture and Control. This is the ultimate hydrating conditioner. I've never used Oribe before, so it was more so like I really wanted to try it and give it a try. I just said that. This was the first Oribe product that I bought. I've since then bought several more because I like this so much. It is very expensive, and I feel like I wanted to try it just because I wanted to try the luxury of Oribe. I really do like this, but I have used a couple things that I think are quite similar to this. This is like my current favorite deep conditioner, but I don't think it's the end-all be-all of conditioners. So don't be turned off by this and think that I'm only going to use Oribe for the rest of my life, but I really do enjoy this, and I would repurchase it, but you know me, I'm always like trying to try something new. So right now I really love this, and I would definitely recommend it if it's in your budget. If not, don't sweat it because it is ridiculously priced, but I love it. The leave-in conditioner that I've really been liking has been the DP Hue ACV leave-in conditioner. It's also like a detangler. I really love the ACV rinse, so I've really been loving this to spray into my hair after washing and conditioning because it just helps with the detangling, and I feel like you get the benefits of ACV without your hair smelling like shit. So really have been enjoying that. I'm trying to go through these a little bit quick so that this video isn't like unbearably long. I am also in the process of trying the Ovation Cell Therapy hair and scalp treatment for thicker, stronger, longer hair. Just wanted to like throw that in there that I'm trying this. I've used it a couple times. So far, so good. I've also been loving a couple different styling products. So this is the Arjo Protective Thickening Lotion. I like to use this after I wash my hair when it's about 30% air dried, so it's still mostly damp, but I don't like to put it on, you know, wet hair. And when my hair is damp, I'll spray this from about down here, and it just helps the spots that are bleached feel a little bit more thick and plump and healthy. So it just kind of like bulks up the hair that's been bleached because, you know, when you bleach your hair, the texture does change a little bit. So that's what I like this for. This is a new, very exciting product. This is the Kristen S Working Texture Loose Styling Powder. This stuff is crazy. It's like wax in powder form, and it has like this little sifter at the top. And what I do is I dump this in my hand, and I don't rub it together because then it turns into its kind of like waxy formulation. So I'll pick it up on my fingers and I'll press it into my hair and then push like this, and it gives you insane volume at the top. I don't have any in my roots right now. My hair's just like a little bit dirty, so that's why it's like sticking up a little bit. I'm gonna wash it tonight. And then I'll also put it throughout the lengths of my hair, and it just gives you like PC beachy textured volume, which you guys know I love, especially when I have like multi-dimensional hair color. I just like the way products like this kind of emphasize peaciness. I was gonna say peachiness. And then to finish this off, I have two favorite dry shampoos. They're both good for two separate things. So because I started bleaching my hair, I am trying not to wash it as often. Typically, I know this sounds kind of gross, but I have a really dry hair type, just like my dry skin. I can go a solid like 4 to 5 to 6 days without washing my hair, and it won't look that bad. Of course, on like 5 and 6, it starts looking pretty gross, but it doesn't look that greasy. So I have been like using as much dry shampoo as I possibly can just to extend wear and not have to strip my hair as often or heat style it as often, because when I use dry shampoo, I don't have to restyle my hair as I do when it gets wet, you know what I mean? So my favorite dry shampoo to use when my hair isn't at the point where it's super greasy is the Aveda Shampoo. And the reason I like this is because it's a really soft, finely milled powder. So when you put it in the root of the hair, it doesn't leave that textured, gritty feeling. In fact, it doesn't even really feel like you have anything in your hair when you use this. It's super finely milled and it just doesn't have any like sticky grit to it. So I've really been liking that on days like 3 and 4. And then anything past that, when my hair starts getting super greasy, this is my new favorite, like really takes the moisture and the dirt out of your hair. It's the Fakai Blowout Dry Shampoo. This does add like a little bit of grit and a feeling of product to your hair, but it's not that bad and it doesn't leave a white cast. So this is like my heavy duty favorite, and I love the way this smells. It just smells so like fresh and clean, and this one does too. The Aveda one does too, but all Aveda products have that like really, oh, I dropped it. All the Aveda products have that really like earthy, beautiful fragrance to them. They're all like aromatherapeutic. Alright guys, so those were my September favorites for the month. I know I kind of talked about things really fast, but some months I just have a ton of stuff to talk about, so I don't go into depth detail about every single product. So if there are certain products that you have really specific questions about that I didn't touch on in this video, you know you can leave a comment and I will always get back to you. And come follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Come say hi on there. I love talking to you guys. Leave a comment down below just to say hi. I'm going to have product links, information, as well as all the products that I'm wearing on my face in this video for you guys, listed and linked in the description box, just because I know it's not a tutorial and a lot of times you guys like to know what I'm wearing. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys!